Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Man, check this out. On this episode, we're talking about Mount Rushmore. We're taking it to H-Town, the city of Houston, Clutch City, if you will. You guys know how the Mount Rushmore goes. We take 4 athletes from a city. They don't necessarily have to have, they could either be from the city or playing in the city or known from that particular city as far as representing that city. And that's how we do it. And this time, for the first time on the podcast, we're doing a Mount Rushmore. And I got a guest. Well, he's really not a guest. This is family right here. Representing H-Town, fellow podcaster, my brother DMurph is in the building. Murph, what up?
Hey, 12 Kyle. Thanks for the invite. I know It's been a minute. The listeners like, wait a minute, that's the same cat that we've been kind of, he's still podcasting?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm locked in. Actually, it's been other endeavors that has opened up because you have supported, you have listened, especially to this man right here. It's just adding to what I'm doing. 8 years in this game. Thankful for y'all, man. I'm glad to be a part of the show, brother.
Talk to him. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know I've mentioned this. You know, I have a spot in Houston, and when I come down, and I've been to Houston, I mean, the first person that came to get me was Murph and showed me around, and we had a ball. Trust me. And we're going to do it again soon with you, Murph.
Hey, dog, drinks on me. I'm going to keep saying that. First of all, I'm not just saying I actually do it.
No,
I've done it. I'm going to toot my own horn. Kyle, am I lying?
No, not lying at all.
He looked at me like I said, bro, as much as you've done for me on and off the mic.
Yeah.
It's light work.
Yes, indeed. So I when I said we had reached out to you, we was texting, and I said, man, I got an episode for you, Murph. He was like, hey, just give me a couple of weeks and say when. And we started texting. I was like, all right, we're gonna do it on H-Town. He was like, I'm down. So
whatever it is, if you want another show, I'm locked in. I'm Mr. Content, your favorite podcaster.
Facts. This man reached 500 podcasts probably faster than anybody else that I know. And
2 platforms.
Two.
A well-round, melting pot group of guests.
I didn't even mention that in the intro, man. Tell people about your 2 podcasts.
Different tiers of people. Anyway, this show. I'm just
tell them about the podcast. Both podcasts, real quick.
All right, then. Well, first of all, again, thank you for the 12 Kyle subscribers, listeners, to the avid people that rock with me, that know 12 Kyle, been rocking with us for years. Love y'all. I'm glad to do this. Also, hit me up so we can keep this 8th year of me creating content going on. Hit me up. Instagram at DMurph. Twitter, not X. Shout out to J-Bug at DMurph. www.dmurphspeaks.com. Make sure you leave a note, kind of check in with me. And but what got me into podcasting, Why Not Sports, where I'm glad we were talking about it. Most of my content is not we know what Murph gonna say predictable. So we talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of sports and how it impacts your everyday life. As a former athlete, one of those things where he's a jock. He don't know how to hold a conversation, or all he knows is sports. Once he's done, he's not going to find that same level of success. Well, anyway, and it's DMurph on Instagram. That'll sum that up. Flagrant 2, which this brother's been a frequent, guest.
Yes.
Just type in 12 Kyle, the real Flagrant 2. You will see at least 5 or 6. Where it's an open forum where you can tell your truth without no judgment. I'm not here to judge nobody because I got my own shortcomings, imperfections. I'm real. I'm going to tell on myself. But I'm still going to keep it genuine and raw. And here we are today, big dog. That's how you can find my platforms. Wherever you listen to 12 Kyle, outside of YouTube, you can find, the big homie.
That's right.
DMurph on those
right there.
platforms.
He's right there. The big homie's right there. And speaking of, you mentioned Jay Boogler earlier, the 3 of us hung out at Top Golf, had a ball.
We did
a ball. We got to do that. And Jay Boog doesn't. She lives in Austin, so she drove down to Houston, and man, we all kicked it.
I love my family, man. For real, it's genuine.
Man, for real,
it's genuine. I just don't talk that talk over the airwaves. If I say I rock with you, yeah, that's part of my success, though. I'm not
Yes.
them people that's gonna fluff you. I know that's what you're used to for the most
Mhm.
part when you at work in the corporate world. But if I say, hey man, I'm gonna come through or I'm gonna do something for you, I got a solid track record.
And I can attest.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Well, yeah,
I
we
can
should do that
attest.
again, brother. But no
Oh,
rush
for
though,
sure.
no rush.
Oh yeah, we're
We
gonna
all
do it
putting
again.
in that work.
We definitely gonna do it again soon. Hey, trust me, sooner than later. I can
Yes,
tell
sir.
you that. I can tell you that. So as far as the podcast, like I said, it's Mount Rushmore. Today we're going to be talking about H-Town, Houston, Texas. So like I said, you guys got the format. I'm sure many of you who are listening and watching on Facebook, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. You've already kind of formulated who you would have. So Murph, your first face, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but who is the first face that you're going to put on your Mount Rushmore and why?
You said Clutch City, the starting big man. Akeem, not Hakeem. Akeem, University of Houston, Cougars. I'm gonna talk about his college career. Phi Gamma Slammer. I'm telling my age, or I'm just telling my history and knowledge of this thing called sports.
Yes.
Houston was rocking, and they fell off for years, and now they obviously with Samson. Them boys back to where they need to be.
They're back, yeah.
Yeah, but just from what he did in college, obviously MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and just one of the elite centers of all time. Still at 60 plus. Still got the Hakeem the Dream Shake, teaching Dwight Howard, teaching these up and coming big men, because the big man is coming back. It's at least 10. It's at least 10 in today's NBA now. And if I didn't have these 3 other people, I would name all 10. But I'm like, I at least say that.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that. But also what he did at the Houston Rockets, man, back-to-back championships, man. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. I'm just glad Houston was the city that gave me my opportunity as an entrepreneur, as a content creator, to where, as I stated before, been able to do some great things because of the brand. And also what Hakeem Olajuwon does is he give back to the community. His children, they are very good. This past year in high school, I think they went to the Elite Eight.
Okay.
So yeah, he got 2 boys on the same team. Okay. I think they're a sophomore and a senior this past year.
Okay.
So Hakeem a Dream, man. The first person, man. Just look up his numbers.
Yeah.
Like Kyle said, I can sit and break down from first, years in college to what he did during the 94, 95 championship years. Because he destroyed my David Robinson. Once David Robinson won that MVP.
Yes.
Hakeem per Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell, and Mad Max. They said Hakeem took that so personal. He gave my beloved David Robinson problems. And
yeah, man. That's the funny thing, because Murph is a diehard San Antonio Spurs fan.
Diehard.
He didn't just jump on the bandwagon. He's been a diehard for forever. That's a great pick. My first face, again, they're in no particular order. My first face that's going on the Mount Rushmore is from track and field. None other than the great Olympian Carl Lewis.
That's a good one.
Sprinter extraordinaire, long jumper. Carl Lewis in my era in the early 80s was everything. Yeah. I mean, he was quote unquote the world's fastest man. And he was one of those athletes that, particularly when he participated in the 84 games, you wanted to watch and see what he could do, because, he was on a quest to, break Jesse Owens' records. Yeah. And I remember, it's funny, man, because I remember in 88, when he ran again in the 88 Olympics, I think they were in Seoul, I think. And he ran against Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson blew him out. And, we found out like a month later that Ben Johnson's on steroids, because like the length between Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis was way too, it was ridiculous, but Ben Johnson was this cut up, muscle bound dude. And, this was the early era of steroids. So nobody really knew, or there was speculation. I'll put it like that. But Carl Lewis kept it clean, always represented for the city of Houston. And so, yeah, he's definitely going on my Mount Rushmore for the first face for me. What about
I
you for
love
number
it. And
two?
he's still
Oh
teaching
yeah,
the
yeah,
game. He's at the
exactly.
University of Houston, still teaching these young men and women
Mm-hmm.
ways to become faster and better technique when it comes to, that respective sport in track and
Mm-hmm.
field. That's a very good one.
Who do you have for your second face?
Shell Swoops. Shout out to my women. WNBA. Check out my Instagram.
Ooh,
My
Murph.
gosh.
Murph.
Check out my
Wow.
Instagram.
Good pull. Good pull.
Check out my Instagram. The number one draftee of the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA back in
Mm-hmm.
'98. One, two,
Man.
three, four championships. Went to Texas Tech. Did her thing in the NCAA tournament. It wasn't no COVID year. It wasn't no injury year. She is
mm-hmm.
the all-time leading scorer
Mm,
in NCAA history.
mm,
Shell Swoops. She signed my basketball. I shook her hand, gave her a hug.
mm.
What she did for the comments, what she's doing for the game then, and what she's doing now. Shell
Yeah.
Swoops, ladies and
Very,
gentlemen.
very
Look
much
her up if you want
still an
additional
ambassador.
information.
Yes. You ain't never lied, Murph. That's a great one. Man. Ooh. So we might not have as many as I thought.
Oh, we don't have
Um,
as many in common. I got two more. I got one that's gonna be a left
okay,
field
okay.
one.
My next one, another representative from the city of Houston. He also played basketball for the Rockets. He was an Olympian. He was a multiple All-Star Hall of Famer, member of the Basketball Hall of Fame, member of I think he's on the top 50 team. I know he's on the top 75 greatest players in the NBA of all time. None other than Clyde the
The
Glide
glide.
Drexler,
Boy didn't have
teammate.
no left hand.
None.
No left hand.
None. He never went left. Hey, kind of
That
like
gave me confidence. Like, yo, I ain't got to use my left to be in the
listen,
NBA. But even though I did, but go ahead, bro.
Clyde would put his head down and dribble with that right hand,
Choo-choo.
and he'd run right by you. One of the best two guards to ever play the game.
Yes, sir.
He does not get the recognition because
You
he
know,
played, honestly, like in the Jordan era.
he
And
did.
yeah, and they played head to head in the finals, and Jordan ate him
92.
up in '92. Yeah, when he was with the Blazers, but he, was traded to the Rockets, man, and delivered 2 championships to the city. Like I said, all around, definitely a big representative for H Town, and still well liked and well loved around the city.
Oh, for sure.
Well respected
For
too.
sure.
Well respected.
For sure.
And you'll, from what I understand, you'll see him out and still in the city.
Yeah. One
Very
thing about
accessible.
Houston,
Talk to him.
when the good Lord gave me a city to start Why Not
Mm-hmm.
Sports, Houston is a sports town. As
Mm-hmm.
many hands and elbows that I have been surrounded by and connected with, check out I can hear BTG like, Murph, talk your shit, dog. Don't apologize. Yo, I've connected and collaborated with some solid heavy hitters with more to come because that Southern hospitality is real. I'm even now taking it to the point now I'm connecting with the new schoolers. CJ Stroud,
Right.
Nico Collins, big contracts.
Yes.
I'm shaking hands and kicking it with them. So whether it's the new age or the veterans, Why Not Sports is for everybody, men and women included. Come on.
There you go. Hey, you got to tell them, man. You got to tell them. Got to tell them. Yeah. So that's a great one. My number. Which one is this for me? This is number.
This would be 3
this is number
if I
3.
go
Okay.
next. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah. Go ahead. You go. You give me
Okay.
your third one.
My third one. It is Olympic season.
Mm-hmm.
She about 4'0". She married to another athlete, and Jonathan Owens.
Yes.
Simone Biles.
Wow. Is she from Houston?
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Did
Spring
not know
area.
it. Wow.
Yeah, I told you, Mount Rushmore, and I want to let the listeners know,
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, I love you, bro. At the time of this recording, I love you, Kyle. I got to steal your stuff on your show. At the time of this recording, No one has ever done what Simone Biles have done.
Yeah.
And also, it's other athletes that we can name that has done great things for the community. Simone Manuel, she's a swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I don't know if that I'm diverse, men, women, blue, green endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, Warren Moon comes to mind. I ain't picking nobody in football.
Right.
I 3 basketball, so my last one gonna be basketball. They're like,
Okay.
Murph, it's your person. I'm just letting you know. If y'all hit my DM talking about Murph, you ain't talk about football, you ain't talk about Nolan Ryan, you ain't talk about Tuve, and I seen you on Isaiah Carey talking about the Astros, but you ain't talking about the Astros, Murph, on Fox 46 Houston.
You ain't got to
I
talk
see
about
you, Murph.
Astros.
I can only pick 4,
That's right. That's
guys.
it. We only got 4.
That's it. So Simone Biles, man, like so many records in
That's
gymnastics,
crazy. I
bro.
didn't even
That,
know she was from. You got me on that one. I didn't even know she was from Houston.
bruh.
Wow.
You
Okay.
talking to the
Okay.
host of Why Not Sports?
My
Come on, dog.
bad. My bad.
Well, yeah, man, Simone Biles, man. Just
That's a
love what
great
she
pick.
been
That's
doing
a
for the
great pick.
community, for the sport, and it's Olympic season. So please support and check them out.
Yes. Yes. I got to go football. And this is a personal one of mine because he was somebody that I watched a lot growing up. Number 34 in that Houston Oiler uniform. Now,
Ready.
listen, kids, I said Houston Oiler, not
Not
Houston
Tennessee Titans.
Texans, not the Tennessee Titans.
Well, that
That's
too. Yeah.
Houston Oilers in that powder blue, number
Yeah.
34. Oh my gosh, man. He was a beast. And I'm talking about none other than Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell was the epitome of a power running back.
That's a great one.
He did not do a whole bunch of, don't get me wrong, he had moves,
Up and
but
down. Bulldozer.
Murph, his job was to get north and south. And guess what? If you got in his way, on his way to get north and south, he was going to run you over.
You lost some teeth.
Look it up. There's a clip. It's an NFL clip. It's one of the all-time great runs in NFL history, where Earl Campbell, I think they're playing against the Rams, I think, and he runs, and the guy, he puts his head down, and he hits the guy square in the chest, and all you see is the guy just take it, and he falls out of the screen, and then Earl keeps running, and then 3 other guys grab him, and they literally tear his jersey off of him as he's running. And he gets like the first down, and he had to come out of the game because his jersey literally had been torn to shreds because they couldn't stop the man. You've never seen somebody in the NFL get their jersey torn off trying to tackle them. Earl Campbell did
another grown man, a professional defender at the highest level.
Somebody who gets paid.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I got to go with Earl Campbell for that pick, man. That's like I said, when we watched him as a kid, he seemed like larger than life, and played his college ball at the University of Texas in Austin, and like he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Great guy. He's elderly now, and you could tell. It's funny, Murph, because I saw him when my uncle went into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006.
Flex.
My uncle's Harry Carson from the New York Giants. Shout out to my uncle. When I saw Earl Campbell, man, I was like happy to see him, but he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man. And then you kind of realize like those hits and stuff really took their toll on his body. But
you play sports though, bro. Like the things we do for the love of our sport, we not worry about after our career 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. We trying to either keep that scholarship or keep our job.
Facts. Big facts. So yeah, I gotta go with Earl Campbell. Who you got for your 4th slot?
Last but not least, what I tell y'all, it's about the good, bad, and the ugly of sports and how it impacts your everyday life. How many high schoolers that was killing in the NBA, well, in high school to get to the NBA? This guy, which I look at me, underdog, who is this? How did he come? But when you do research and really focus and study their body of work, you be like, yo, give this man his flowers, show him some homage. Rashard Lewis.
Ooh.
Rashard Lewis was a high school.
He was
6'9", 6'10", carried what he did in high school ball. Him and Kendrick Perkins was in Beaumont, but that wasn't really Houston, even though he's in Houston a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But Rashard Lewis, man, what he did in high school, transferred that over to Orlando. Him and Dwight, that was a good run. They ended up losing to the Lakers
Yep.
in 2010. But one of the, arguably, before the game became shooting bigs, he was one of the first few. That's a stretch 4.
Listen, and could knock that thing down, Murph.
It can knock. Hey, he can pack that thing too, like on that Twitter meme.
Yes.
And then he ended up winning the ring with Miami. He has a academy out here in Houston.
Okay.
Giving back, the Rashard Lewis Academy. Never met him, but I see and respect his body of work. And I just want to make sure, as far as my Mount Rushmore, he might not get the accolades of a James Harden, which that's another one. But for me, them lists like Murph ain't that dumb. No, I know who I could have picked, but I'm going to list people that you might not think originally. So Rashard Lewis, brother, appreciate what you did, man, and hey, man, keep doing your work.
Man, you got me on that one. I remember him coming out of high school, very highly touted, high recruiter, and everything like that. And he was one of those kids, like you said, from high school to the pros, and he panned out. No, was he Kobe or was he T-Mac? No, he wasn't. Yeah. But he had a solid career. And like you said, he won with Miami and everything, and was a good dude. And he played a long time. About 14, 15 years, right?
Yeah. Seattle, Orlando, and then Miami.
And he made a couple of dollars, Murph. He made a couple of dollars. Last but not least, I got to go with the guy that you mentioned earlier, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. I've never seen a big man like that who, and I know his footwork stems from his days of playing soccer when he was younger. Yeah. And what always, and something you alluded to a little earlier, Murph, like what always amazed me was like, why didn't some of the centers and stuff coming up, try to get up under his tutelage? Because like Hakeem could show anybody and teach them anything as far as like learning moves and stuff like that. But I really enjoy watching him. There's still a debate, and there always will be a debate if Michael Jordan had not retired, would they have beaten Hakeem's Rockets? I don't know, Murph. We'll never know unless we create a timeline.
I'm biased. I'm Midwest all day, though.
Yeah, I'm Jordan. I'm Team Jordan. So, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, yeah, Hakeem would have got him. I mean, because, of course, he would have been playing against Luke Longley and people like that. But
Hakeem would have still ate. What about the supporting cast?
Yeah, I don't know if Ellie and Kenny Smith and those guys are going to eat because
Ron Harper, Dennis Rodman, Scotty,
locking them down. So Hakeem may have had to put up 40. No, he might have had to put up 50 in the finals or something like that.
Or Horace Grant.
That would have been tough. Tough.
It just depends on which phase.
I got to go Hakeem.
The first 3 or the last 3.
Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Brother. Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. I mean, great guy. And like I said, one of the best big men we've ever seen. And for as great as Shaq is, Shaq will tell anybody. The person who gave him his wake-up call was Hakeem, because they swept him. Swept him out of the finals. Crazy. I know you mentioned a few other names. Did you have any other honorable mentions that you wanted to throw out? Because I got a couple.
I do. Baseball, man. Now you give me that option. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Bagwell. Like, I wasn't a baseball guy. Like, I'm too tall, uncoordinated, eye coordination is off.
Yeah, the ball is 6'7".
But how he held his bat, it was one of those, and that was the era too. Yeah. Gary Sheffield, Ken Griffey, Jose Franco. Like, I'm telling my age, them guys had unique batting stance that no one. You got to include Bagwell. Mm-hmm. Look up his batting stand.
They have what I call violent swings. at the
Yes.
ball. Violent
Yes,
swing.
sir. Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
what he
Jeff.
did for the city, they didn't win a championship, but he did a great, great job, man. And him and it was Bagwell and
Craig Biggio, Jeff
shortstop.
Bag. It was two B's. I think they used to call him the
Biggio,
Killer Bee.
Craig
Yeah,
Biggio,
Craig
and thank you,
Biggio
brother, Jeff Bagwell
and Jeff
and Craig
Bagwell.
Biggio, the Killer Bees.
Killer Bees. That's what they used to call
Come on, so yeah,
them.
Bagwell would be my honorable mention, man.
Okay.
What he did just from that killer swing, I wouldn't want to pitch to him.
No. And I don't think if I'm not sure if they're in the Hall of Fame yet, but if they're not, they're close to it.
I think Biggio got his nod. I think
Okay.
Bagwell might have got his within the last year or two.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
While you look it up, I'll give you a couple of my honorable mentions. There's a guy the first guy who could easily have made it, is just crowded at the top, and that's Nolan Ryan from the Houston Astros. Now I hate the Astros because I'm a Yankees fan, but but that was another thing too, man. Walking around Houston, I'm walking around my Yankee hat on, man. Yeah. And I'm looking at those Astro jerseys and stuff with the H's. A dope logo, by the way. Dope logo. But man, all that those orange jerseys, man, I used to be just like, especially baseball season. Because I'm downtown and that's all you see people walking to the games. Now, trust me, the fans go to those games every single day. And if they're not at the games at the park or they're at the bars and stuff like that, like that is a Astros town. And the Astros, as at the time of the scoring, a pretty good baseball team. Yeah. Another guy who I want to put on the honorable mention, 7'6" from the Republic of China, my man Yao Ming.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
Yao Ming, man. Again, he didn't deliver a championship, but I think Yao Ming with the hype, he lived up to it. Yes, they loved him.
Chinatown in Houston to this day. In 2024, at the time of this recording,
yes,
they love Yao Ming.
Yeah, still to this day, Yao Ming can go there and get anything he wants in Chinatown.
He ain't played ball in about 15 years.
Definitely Cheryl Swoops. I got another one. Recent retiree from Houston, Texas, J.J. Watt.
Andre Johnson. Oh, that's a good one.
That's another one. Damn, Andre Johnson about to go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. It's a lot. That's why I put that disclaimer out. It's hard to just name four.
Yeah. Warren Moon. Who else is on my list? Biggio, Bagwell, Swoops.
And they did make the Hall of Fame, bro. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame, baseball Hall of Fame. Yep.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, like Houston got a lot. And like you said, you hit me with Simone Biles. I didn't even know she was from Houston.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know she was from H-Town. Wow. That is amazing.
I'm just glad I can add value, brother, to the show, man.
That's
12
Kyle. Man.
If you listen once, you gonna listen again.
Hey, that's my motto, Murph. You're gonna listen again. You're gonna listen again. Well, man, we are done with our Mount Rushmore. Before we get out of here, Murph, I know we talked about it a little earlier, but tell folks again where they can find you, where they can get some of that good content on the Flagrant 2 and Why Not Sports.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. Just to simplify it, guys, Instagram, Twitter at @DMurph. Check out the website, www.dmurphspeaks.com. It's where you can check out some episodes, check out guests I've been able to collaborate with, and just kind of what I've been up to. If you like this show and my shenanigans, you'll definitely love my sports side and my, behind the scenes as a whole side, where the guests get to, tell their truth. I don't judge. And yeah, just hit me up. Any referrals, definitely let me know. I'm down to record. Appreciate y'all taking time to listen to, man. Kyle, thank you too, brother.
Bruh,
it's been a minute. Thank you for being patient.
You know how we do. We're gonna do this regardless. So
yeah,
we're gonna do this regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you guys get a chance, check him out because, like you said, on both platforms, he's got interviews with some people that you may look at it and be like, how does he know that person? Or how does he because sometimes I'm looking at like, wait a minute, you're interviewing an actor from a hit TV show on HBO. How did you pull that off? And like that type of thing. So check him out. All the spots, man. Again, this is my dog right here, DMurph, man. You guys have been listening long enough. If you haven't figured it out, this is where you can find me. The 12 Kyle podcast drops every Thursday and Sundays. We're no longer doing bonus episodes, but you're getting 2 episodes every single week. The podcast is on all platforms. Wherever you can find a platform to stream the podcast, you can find the 12 Kyle podcast. When you download it, share it with your friends, share it with your cousin and your mom. You can catch me on social media at 12 Kyle, at 12 Kyle podcast. I'm on Twitter X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. We got our TikTok page. We're a little bit of everywhere. Again, we got the YouTube channel. Oh yeah, got the YouTube channel. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe on YouTube. The great thing about the YouTube channel is we offer video as well as audio. So you get the best of both worlds. And subscribe, and then also share it with your friends. Hit the notification button. That way you can get notifications when we drop episodes. And if you'd like to support us financially, look in the description box. There's a merch link. Hit that. We got 12 Kyle Podcast t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, you name it. We got it for the low price. And you can also hit us up on Cash App, $TWELVEKYLE. Again, that's going to do it for us. So for my boy DMurph, I am your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.